Glad to see y'all back after spring break. Today we're here to talk about management. So before I tell you what management is, I just want to get your opinion on it. So when you hear the word manager or management, what do y'all think?
Someone in charge. Someone telling you what to do.
The boss.
Think of my mean boss.
Anything else?
Responsibility.
Yeah, some of those are right. Basically what management is. Basically what management is the function of a business that coordinates the people to accomplish goals and objectives. So when you say leaders and your boss, they try to get you to accomplish goals and meet objectives. Basically management has 4 functions, and I'm going to explain those 4 functions to you as quick as I can before we go to the assembly.
Mr. Pinkett,
Yes.
when you stand exactly in the right place, that thing looks like a tiara on your head.
Really?
It's very becoming.
Like I said before, managers, they have 4 functions that they use on a daily basis. The 4 functions are planning, leading, organizing, and controlling. And like I said, today's lesson will give you a better understanding of these functions, and you'll probably see that you use these functions in your daily life, and you don't even recognize it. Planning is the first function. Basically, it's the function that maps out how a particular goal will be accomplished. And I know you see on here a SMART goal, and you're like, what exactly is a SMART goal? Basically, it's a goal that's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So I want the class to be interactive. So what are some goals that y'all have set before?
I really need to go to a restaurant. Can that be my goal?
We get out of class pretty soon, and then you can accomplish that goal when we get out of class.
But it's specific and
But it's not attainable or timely.
Or repeatable. Oh, it is repeatable.
One of my goals is to get married by like 25 and maybe
Okay.
have a family by 30.
Okay.
Like that kind of goal, or a professional goal, do you want me to say?
That works too, but I just want to know what the goal was, so later on in the presentation, we're actually going to talk more about SMART goals.
Oh.
Okay? Does that work?
So my goal is to graduate on April 25th at 9 o'clock in the morning. And as long as I pass this lady named Dr. Webb's class, I'll be able to do that. Is that SMART goal?
Yeah, I would say that's a SMART goal. I would say that's a SMART goal. But if you want to, have a SMART goal, you have to plan. Of course, you have to use all the functions of management to accomplish your goal, and planning is one of them. The next function is leading. Basically, this function involves motivating, communicating, guiding, and encouraging others. So, Will, I understand you're an athlete. So, when have you had to lead before, or use this responsibility or function?
When people were depending on me, and I told them I'd be an example for them, so I live in my actions as well as my words.
Okay. Were you effective when you were?
Yes.
That's good. And has anybody else had experience leading before?
I had a group project and no one would do their stuff, so I told everyone what to do and
Okay.
set timelines for them
Okay.
to get her done.
Okay. Those are all good examples. The next function of leading is organizing. And basically this deals with the daily functions of a company. I'll give you an example this time. At my old job, we used to move things around. We used to move furniture. So basically we had to choose which work orders, like put them in order, so we could organize what order we're gonna do the work orders in. I know that sounds crazy, work orders, but we had to organize the order that we're gonna do them in and prioritize like highest to least priority. Now that I've given my example, again, does anybody else have an example where they've organized something, or where your parents have organized something?
I color-coded organized my closet,
Really? How long did that take you?
like all day.
Wow.
I put all the shirts on right hangers that were all color-coded, like, all my blue shirts together, all my red shirts together.
That sounds like it took a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not know that.
Awesome.
How long did that take you? Not as long as
A couple of hours.
a couple of hours for your backpack?
I finally went to Walmart and got some binders.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is this important? I don't want to be a manager.
It's important because this is a business course, and management is one of the key functions of business. So I find it important that you learn about management if this is a business course. The next function is controlling. And I know when you hear controlling, you think of, oh, I'm the boss, I get to tell you what to do, I run the show. But it's actually not like that. It's basically ensuring that all the other functions that we talked about, planning, leading, organizing, basically ensuring that those functions are taking place. I'll give an example. Since I'm the teacher of this class, I had to write the lesson plan. I'm up here leading the lesson right now. I organized everything. So now, I hate to say it like this, but I'm in control. I'm making sure that you guys are learning the material, that it's interesting to you, that you're retaining information, that you're interacting in class. And so far, I see that you are. And also it says the controlling process leads to the identification of situations and problems. So one way that I have to control is when you take tests. If your test scores are subpar or not where they need to be, then I have to take control and start doing things to make sure that your test scores come up and they rise. Because I don't want to see any of you fail. I want to see everybody graduate on April 25th and walk across the stage. So I'm doing my best to ensure that you learn.
Must be nice being a senior.
And like I said before, I had talked about SMART goals, but now I have a worksheet that actually helps you like map out your SMART goals. So I'll pass them around, and then I'll explain more in detail. Can you tell me what a SMART goal is?
Specific, attainable.
Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely.
Star student.
My plan is Stanford.
Kiss up, kiss up. Is that bullying?
Some extra sheets.
Not bullying him.
This is my understanding. As you can see on the worksheet, SMART goals. I know you said you wanted to get married.
Yeah, I want to get married by 25.
Okay, so we'll use you as an example. So your goal is to get married by 25. So number 2, how will you reach this goal? You don't have to name out 3, you can just name one.
Yeah, I gotta find a man.
That would always help.
You could adopt.
I could adopt a man. Well, are you available to be adopted? No, he's not gonna be adopted. I'm just joking. I know you have a girlfriend. I have a boyfriend.
So how would you make this goal measurable? Or how is this goal measurable?
I think William's single.
Well, you know, he's like the only boy in the class, so I figured.
Don't settle for the worst person.
Sorry, Mr. Pinkett.
It's okay. How would you make the goal measurable? Or how is the goal measurable?
If by my 25th birthday I'm married, then I could see it's measured.
Okay, I mean, I don't really know about marriage. So
Maybe I'll do as a different goal.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to like lose 10 pounds by graduation.
okay, that's something I would say that's more realistic.
Yeah, that is more realistic.
Graduates in 3 years.
So okay, we'll use that example. So we'll just run down the worksheet and then we'll fill in the blanks as we go along. So that's your goal to graduate. I mean to lose 10 pounds. My bad. So how would you make this goal specific?
I would go to the gym 3 times a week and I'd eat more vegetables and fruits.
Okay, measurable.
I would every week take a measurement on the scale and then I'll see how much I've lost by each week.
Okay. How is this goal attainable?
I noticed here on your worksheet you have to find time, so I'm going to have to try to find time. I'm going to probably have to do some videos, watching videos about how to work out better and more efficiently. And maybe I could have my boyfriend help me. He could be supportive because it says you need to have people sometimes support you to be attainable.
Right. And I know on the worksheet here for step 5 it says relevant, but I told you realistic. So for the sake of what I told you, we'll use realistic. So how is this realistic?
I think 10 pounds is enough to lose because I'm only 16 now and my metabolism's going strong. So I should be able to lose 10 pounds easy.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
Okay. And last, how are you gonna make this goal timely?
Oh, I'm gonna make sure that like Antoinette said, I graduate in 3 years. So I figure
Yeah,
I'll
plenty
just
of
do like 3 pounds a year,
Yeah.
and then the 4th year I'll lose, or the 3rd year I'll lose 4 pounds, and then
Okay.
I'll be able to
Year
timely.
1 you gain 10, year 2 you lose 20.
Thank you, Susan, for letting me use you as an example
You're
for that. So does everybody else feel comfortable with setting SMART goals now that we went through that example?
Yes.
Okay. So if I was to ask you, if I was to assign this to you outside of class to come up with a SMART goal, you would be able to do it? Okay. The next worksheet that I have for you is management scenarios. And I didn't print off enough copies, so you guys are going to have to work in groups of 2, 3, or 4. Here you go. No, it's all good. It's all good.
I'll share with those girls.
Okay. Basically, what you have here are some management scenarios. You might see some familiar names on the sheet.
Can you put all 4 of the functions back on the board?
You want me to put the functions back on the board? Sure.
Well, we're not even do vote sheets.
Oh, we do?
Okay.
Y'all read this?
I think it's better.
Yep, y'all can read it. Okay. These are the 4 functions. So basically what I want you to do with this assignment, because I know time is running out in class, these are some management scenarios.
We've got like 3 minutes before the bell
Oh,
rings.
we got 3 minutes? Okay. Actually, I'll let y'all work in groups and take this home. This will be part of a project that we have to do. Basically, it's management scenarios, and you have to pick one function from here, and then just pick the answer, and then explain why you got it.
Kelly, how do you spell the name?
And while y'all are doing that, I will hand out this one last handout about the difference between managers and leaders.
That was good.
It's not too hard, is it?
It's really hard. I'm doing it. I'm just gonna do it.
I made it hard because I expect the best of you. Nah, this isn't more work. This is just a handout with a difference between managers and leaders. I'm trying to be, man. I'm trying to figure it out. How's everybody doing with this assignment? Is everybody done?
Yes, I have
Oh.
a question.
Mm-hmm.
What were you looking up on livemixtapes.com?
Where does it say that at?
In the top 10.
How can you see?
Oh, I had to, when I was writing the lesson plan, I had to listen to music so I can get in the zone to write the lesson.
Got it.
Okay. I just go around the room. I just want one person from each group to tell me what function they picked for each one. So for the first one, any volunteers? Will?
You chose planning. Number 1.
That's correct. Number 2, volunteers.
Organizing.
That was actually leading. I guess I kind of worded it wrong, but it was actually leading.
Oh, I put organizing too. It's like everybody
Yeah, it was leading. I guess
So we'll say that it was organizing.
I made that too hard. Number 3,
It's organizing as a
yeah, as organizing.
Is this lead? Is organizing?
Yeah, 3 is
Console
organizing.
Bonnie?
What is the value?
I'll wait.
How could that be organizing?
No, it's organizing.
What?
And
Vote you
then
off the team.
number 4, any volunteers?
I'm still stuck on 3. You gotta go back to that.
Okay.
You sure you have the same order as we do?
Oh, you know what? I might have gave second one.
Reverse them.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's reversed. I'm sorry.
So
Yeah.
I guess we'll.
So number
Faces red now.
number 2.
I was talking to my teammate, I wasn't talking to you.
Number 2 is organizing,
Fully.
and number 3 is leading.
Yes.
What's the last one?
Oh, number 4 is control. Control.
You are controlling, making us do
We
this
just did the
work.
scenario activity as it said right here, and I handed you guys a worksheet that talks about the difference between managers and leaders. Right here are a few of them. Manager has subordinates, and the leader has followers. Managers, they seek comfort in behavior, and leaders, they take risks. And finally, transactional style, so quid pro quo, something for something, and a leader, transformational behavior, so they try to change. And again, you can see all the differences on the worksheet that I gave you. And this here is just from the office. Maybe some of your parents watch the show or your older siblings.
I showed my class.
I love that
You
show.
like that show?
I show it
It's
every Friday.
You know, it has to deal with business and management. And I guess the bell's about to ring, so we can head to the assembly. Thank you.
Oh,